Okay, so back to that daily update, and I'm gonna go through a bit quicker this time. Actually, I've done the video already, and something went wrong again. So I will I will just shorten it a bit. Results have been entered. So we got a total of 11 games played now. Yeah, it was one day with three, first day with one, and 3, 4, 3 makes 11. Results have been entered. Serbia beat Costa Rica by a goal to nil. Brazil drew with Switzerland. And Germany lost to Mexico, which was considered a major surprise, and of course it's a surprise. Germany did deserve the equalizer, I find, in the second half. It wasn't to be. They had plenty of shots and good chances, and Mexico still had their chance on the break. First half, of course, was really bad from Germany's point of view, but second half was very okay. So they should have drawn. Anyway, those results are in here now, and I'm gonna run the simulation now. And meanwhile, still talk about a little bit about this. Also, Brazil didn't win, but they should have had a penalty. Gabriel Jesus was brought down, and if the video assistant does not intervene there, I don't know how other countries judge this this incident. But in Germany here they say, well, he shouldn't have gone down like that, or problem is, as a striker, whichever way you go down, either you try to play on and they say, okay, so you didn't even want a penalty. If you go down, they say you shouldn't have gone down, because like that it looks as if you wanted it. So in either case you get a penalty. But this was one. I mean, he was brought down. So anyway, Brazil would have deserved to win, but it was a good game. Switzerland also played their part and did a good job. Still, Brazil were the better side. But sometimes they were a bit, well, they tried to cool down a bit too much, maybe. They could have even, yeah, but still, they tried to get into the tournament 1-1. They should have won. Okay, wasn't to be. But what they do not seem to understand is all teams, they are pretty much the same. I mean, the big difference are gone. They all have coaches from Europe, also the smaller countries, and I mean, also the exotic countries. And they all play the same style, so they all know discipline, do not open up defensively, and so on. And so it's very hard to break down any defensive. Okay, I'm gonna export this now, and as I said, I had done this already, but I'm gonna replace it. So you see, I'm gonna open the new file now, right now the produced file. I created, this was simulation 4, yesterday's results. We did compare the quarterfinal stuff. I created a new one, simulation 5. I'm gonna fill in the results here. And I'm going to open the file that we just created in this moment, which was this one, 741, so it's still pretty early. Did I open it, or what did I do? It happened last time as well. I should, yeah, okay. Okay. Now here, those are the results from the simulation we ran right now. And I'm gonna copy in those results. Adjust the values, so you see it's pretty much the same. 862, now 864. for Russia to go through. And here the sell references for the things that are interesting for now. 86.4%, so this is the value I just produced, 864 times. 86.4%, yesterday it was 86.2. And just to be able to sort that, I'm gonna copy those values down here. And I'm gonna sort them. Okay, we still have France on that value, 97.4, 97.2%. Brazil had been, okay, so they lost some of their chances. It had been 94.9, and now it went down to 90.5. So they lost a couple of percent to go through the group stage, of course. Then we have Uruguay, this is the same, no change. Germany, we did at 94.1, now it went down to 7, so this was, yeah, well, they lost while Brazil drew. And so this cost them 18%. The Germans, they are speaking now about the big danger of facing Brazil. They should rather talk about the danger of going out, but this does not seem to exist for Germans. Anyway, Croatia was the same. Brazil was mentioned already. Belgium, no change in that. Russia, no change. Mexico, that a win over Germany really does one good. So from 49% they went up to 83.8. Well, it's just three games. They have 3 points already. So this one could understand. But we could compare here with the market. Anyway, Serbia, what happened to Serbia? 36.4, now 46. Well, they beat the weakest side, so this didn't change that. Well, yeah, it did improve their chances, but not by such a margin. Sweden we see today. Who else did we see who lost some chances? Costa Rica maybe, from 10.9 to 1.6. Well, they are going to play Brazil and Costa Rica, Brazil and Switzerland, which were pretty good, and they lost to the weakest side, so this cost them severely. And now we could do the market comparison quickly. What is this? I didn't want this. Okay, so I have to open the site first. And what is it? Siegwetten. Quarterfinal. This is the one we compared. So we can do that again. Close these. We can compare these. So what we have to look at, this is the file we just produced. We're gonna compare these prices now. Okay, so Spain is 140. We compared this yesterday, so this is exactly my price. Brazil is still 150, okay, so it's 149 is true price, so one could go for Brazil, but no real gain in that. Belgium 155, yeah, still good enough. France 160, that sounds a lot. Oh, because they say they were so weak. Obviously. Well, okay, France would be a bet. I mean, they won their game. They've done okay. England would be 175, also a bet. So rather, well, okay, one should say market might have noticed its favorites are having a hard time. But we saw just the first game, so maybe for the second game they might settle. Portugal, this is too low, but they may have been impressed. Ronaldo with 3 goals. Germany is 2.0 now. This is exactly what I would pay, 2.05, 2.0. So no advantage, no gain in that one. Argentina is 2.0, so I would even go a bit higher with 2.25 here. No bet on that. Uruguay sounds okay, sounds good. Well, it's still close enough to my price. I would pay 2.05, true price 2.23, no gain in that. Mexico 2.10, yeah, still okay. Okay, this seems to be market reaction, overreacting a bit to very good result against a very good team or rated very high. But I would still, yeah, computer says, okay, calm down. They beat Germany, okay. But let's see what the next one brings. Croatia, that sounds good. Ah, that price went down. So it's what I suggested yesterday. It was 275, I think. Now it's 230 only. It still would be a good one, but 275 was a lot better. Colombia, 3.1. Where do we have Colombia? Here. It's right in between my price, true price. Russia, 330. It sounds pretty good. It's not bad. It's more than 3.06 is true price and 3.30 is the price you get at Cashpoint. Maybe you get more elsewhere. So Russia would be a bet. Poland, we go through, okay, Poland, no bet at all. Rather lay that price. Denmark, it's exactly my price, or 350, 335. They won their game, they played okay, but not, yeah, well, comparing it with the others, was just regular. Serbia went down a bit, which is not the case here, so one should rather lay Serbia. Switzerland, let's compare that one, 5.0. So Switzerland would be a bet. That's a surprise to me, because Switzerland really looked strong to me. I mean, they may have been lucky still, but Brazil, yeah, you could see that they might be the best side. You could see it, but they somehow they played too European. I would say they tried to settle too much. I mean, you could see that when they moved the ball on quickly in some scenes, in some moments. They've done really well. But then they, yeah, well, for some, they still made the impression they could be the best. They may be the best. And you see, we will see that in further games, I guess. A bit European, but they all played rather this European style. Do not concede too many chances, do not give too much away, and wait for your chance to come. And in the end, the chances were there, and there were enough of them. Still, Switzerland made a very good impression. So I would strongly, really recommend Switzerland. This was, yeah, that would be my today's conclusion. I'm not comparing the others because most of them, they didn't play. They are meaningless. I mean, Costa Rica, but this is, I mean, here it would be 180. They pay just 25. So lay Costa Rica. It's meaningless bets. Anyway, so this is my results for today. We have a 15 minutes video on that. I hope you enjoyed it. You take something from that and hope you get some good bets. Okay, thanks a lot for watching and see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.